Guys, Troublemaker here playing Cities Skylines, and I've left off basically what I was doing before, which was building the grid. I hit the hamlet level, which is just 500 people, and now I have to move on in the game. So if I continue moving, I do have a lot of empty spaces here, and from here, there's a few things you have to do. One, keep note of how much revenue you produce. That's very, very important. If you do not generate enough revenues, you will go broke, and that's the problem. And the other important thing is balancing off services. So these are required services: water and electricity. Every home has to have water and electricity. And so if there are places that are not connected by the grid, like maybe here, maybe there, then yeah, they have to be connected. But there's all these other services like garbage collection, which are, eventually needed, like healthcare and whatnot. But they're very pricey, so you need to have the population to support these services, max them out more or less. So I'm going to extend this road a little bit south. I'm going to leave a little bit of space, because I do eventually want to have a ring highway surrounding this city, and that will happen. And it's important to note these three bars down here. That's our demand bars. So right now the only demand is for residential. It's a low demand. It's not a high demand. And I've just crushed that one. Crushed it! And we'll connect a little bit of electricity right here. Can I even get over this road? Oh, I don't have money, that's why. Oopsie daisy. There we go. I just got it over the road. So that's electricity that way. And I gotta get electricity the other way as well. And I don't think I have plumbing. Yeah, on half of this I'm missing plumbing. So I have to install some plumbing there as well. But the key right now is getting this electricity up. Because it's going to support a lot more people. And it's not letting me go in between these two. So I'm going to lose a little bit of residential space here. Because it's just not letting me get between the two, which was awful, but that is the game. The locking mechanisms are suck. Boom! There we go. Now we have more waterway connections. So, sorry in advance, I have a bit of a cough. Oh, we're a worthy village now. I have a bit of a cough. Been suffering through that. Note water consumption, sewage production, and our electricity consumption. Those are things that we have to update over time. What did it say? Annex. Did it say annex? So, yes, I do have the ability to annex land. Over here, 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 and here. I believe it's this button. No, that's my settings. Now, what was the annex button again? There is one. I know it's here somewhere. I think it's this. There we go. That's the one. And it was here. And yeah, they all have price tags on them. And it'll allow me to expand and get even bigger. It's 4,700 for that one, 5,000 for that one, 3,600, and 4,500. And that's just when time comes for me to expand, when my city is complete, full, I can expand to those places and install various other industries. So one thing I will need is a facility for trash. So I'm going to build this awfully long road down here, which will be used pretty much for industry. I like to have the industrial road being here. And I will be needing to build a trash facility. Yay, trash. And fire prevention is also important. Let's not forget the fire prevention. We'll have it right on our what will eventually be our highway, which means I'll probably have to destroy that to replace that highway piece eventually. So let's get our water main going down. Down, down. And now I just gotta wait for more money. It's gonna be very, very slow going. Hold your tears for your fears. Troublemaker is here. Yes, so I have a power plant right here. So this electrical line here, I can use to expand. I'm just going to kind of wrap around this facility. This facility here does not require any power at all. And I'm just going to have these power lines sit on the edges here. Gonna eventually have to cross the road. Okay, that'll be good for now. So I did lay down a fire station, or did I? Oh, I put down a hospital. Oops, oh well. I do need a fire station eventually. So how you decide when you're going to expand your services, you hover over it and you say, oh look, it costs $12,000 and it costs $560 per week. And I earn $1,748 per week. So I can afford a fire station currently. What I can't afford is the actual price tag for it. So I have to expand my population until I can get excessively high tax revenues that will in turn allow me to buy it. Expanding my population does cost money and will increase demand for other services as well, but it will reduce other things. It also means I'm going to be having more consumption of these things, and already you're kind of seeing that, like, oh, that's not good. So I can go into the policies. I had 3 to start off: power usage, which will reduce my power usage but increase the upkeep of each home; decrease water usage, same concept; and smoke detectors, which will significantly reduce fires but also increase upkeep. These will cost me money, but I'll need less services. So in the case of water usage, I can use that one because that will reduce the amount of water I need. Boom shakalaka, that'll go down relatively soon. And power usage is still quite good, so I don't need that perk just yet. I'm still at 100%. I'm at 100% means that I can go into my budget, and I can actually reduce my budget for power just a teensy tiny little bit. And since I need new revenues, I'm going to increase taxes across the board by just 1%. And this will help me with my ability to generate revenues. Yes, and so people are still moving into these green zones, by the way. They have not quite filled up yet, and this industrial zone is preemptively needed, is what I would say. Not quite needed just yet. So I'm just going to complete this power line, and rock'em sock'em super speedway goes. So my goal is to get a fire department. Fire safety is going crazy. If you don't get at least one fire department, your whole city freaking burns down pretty quickly. So yes, I'll be needing $12,000 to do this. Now that I have this kind of arch here, I'm actually going to start building across this way. Now, one thing about building is you do not want to have... Oh, look at that. I got free money. You do not want to have housing next to industry. That's really, really bad. In a typical city, you have an area called the Green Belt. It's a blank area between industry and residential, and some of them are pretty wonky because it's just like, oh yeah, there's like this oil plant here, and then there's like this green belt here, and that's in my city. So yeah, there's that, and always important to have this kind of little thing. Otherwise, these people will most definitely get sick. That'll increase your need for hospitals, which I have one apparently. It was bad on me, but there we go. Our fire department. This is part of the plan. If I can fit it in here somewhere. There we go. Alright, now back to... Oh wait, I have water shortages, don't I? So we're going to be needing a new water pumping station. Keep in mind, water pumping stations are at the top, drains are at the bottom, and we're actually producing a lot of sewage, so we'll have a new sewage pipe. And I think this one should connect right in. Oh wait, that'll destroy the power line, so I don't want to do that. There we go. That connects right in. Perfect. Gets to start right away. This one is not connected right in. So, boom! Now it is. I think it is. Please say it is. Turn on, please. Oh, there we go. Turned on. Perfect. And that one turns on right away. So we have our first fire engines. and I still have 1821 surplus. So I will be able to afford a lot of other services like the police. But keep in mind, we do have to still consider ourselves for these basic services of life, and these are the important ones. These will, like the water and sewage, goes up exceptionally fast. Electricity goes up, not nearly as fast, but can be quite scary itself. So, like I said, I'm going to cut across here. Now, it looks like I'm going to swerve this road just a little bit. Just so I can fit it through both of these. There we go. And all the way south connecting to our industry. Now here's one thing I really don't like about this game. Actually, most city builders. I'm trying to build up like this big infrastructure here, right? I want perfectly to have a highway that'll loop around the city and in and out. But most traffic won't go that way. And most of the traffic is industry. So connecting this road here will lead our residential area into our industry, but also lead our industry to take a shortcut through our residential area to get cargo outside of the city. But they also get cargo to commercial zones. We only have one massive commercial zone. So we need to figure out a way to actually get them through fast and effectively. Now we're going to have eventually, we're going to have routes going, south and close to the gridding off. So I'm going to create a traffic circle right smack down in the middle. Hopefully they don't make me destroy the entire length of the road. Good, they don't. So now we're going to build a traffic circle here. Now, for people who weren't born in the Commonwealth, who have not got to experience the traffic circle, traffic circles are pretty cool. When you zoom in, it's got a no left-hand turn sign. That's because with traffic circles, you're only allowed to turn right. Ever. What it doesn't have is actually a yield sign. In a traffic circle, you always have to yield to all your left traffic. So everyone's going one way to a one-way street, you have to yield to the left. No stop sign, though. So you don't have to stop if nobody's coming to the left. You only have to yield. The rule is the inside lane of the double right-hand turn, which is supposed to be right here, slides in around here, around the inside only, and comes out into this lane. They have the right of way. The outside lane, which would come along here, will have to stop if the person on the inside lane chooses to go in. Now, one issue I have is that generally, in this kind of setup, you can have a 2-lane coming up instead of a 1-lane. Let's see if we can fix that space already occupied. And I don't think the game's actually going to let us do the double lane, because that makes traffic flow much easier. But yeah, that's the traffic circle. If you ever run into these, now you know how to do them. And they can get pretty chaotic because there's no stop signs, and people can be quite assholes. So, many assholes. So this is our way across the city. And yeah, this traffic circle will act as a very nice place for us to get our cargo through quickly. We'll be able to go this way and this way. And then our residential can go south, and then I'll eventually have people coming this way. So it'll be a great improvement. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I just de-zoned a bunch of places. Oops. I meant to put some industry here. Just a teensy tiny bit. And we're going to put, to act as a bit of a green belt between industry and residential, we're going to put a little bit of commercial areas here. Perfecto, Montecto. And then we'll have massive urbanization sprawl. Now, I can unpause this because that's done. We are going to put the power grid along here. Now this can pretty well be a straight power grid. Not enough money though, because I am broke sauce all day, every day. And it's going to be a pretty small creep up with this pipe here. But I am getting more tax revenues, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, possum. I don't like how it's forcing me to zigzag right now. Of course, our tweets. I don't know what this is actually called. It's got a name to it. What do you call yourself? Does it hover? There's a special name for this thing, like twatter or something stupid. Everyone's gonna make fun of social networking. It's not. It's a hilarious thing. Yes, very funny. So this is going to connect our city in a very, very major way, allow for our industry to cut across the city into a residential zone. Oops, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? And eventually, this will become a kind of a big deal. Especially these traffic circles. With these traffic circles, you want to eventually build like very urban surroundings around them, just because of how good they are to the traffic of the city. And traffic can get out of control pretty quickly. Right now, traffic shouldn't be too bad. I'll go to the is this traffic? That's wind. Where's traffic? I think it's this cars one. Yeah, traffic. And right now, traffic isn't too terrible. There's a little bit of a freeze here with this fire is. Thankfully, I do have a fire department now. But yeah, it's mostly going to be like right here, right now. That's going to be the traffic problem. And you know, why is that? Well, that's because that would be the path that our industry is going through right now. But that'll change quickly. So eventually, these roads here will have to become much larger. Highway sprawl is what we'll be going for. And you can kind of see this road is actually already being used. And it's being used as a nice little commute to work. Yay! One of the tricks in this game is they're always trying to tell you to build things, like build a school in our city. And yes, there is a need for a school, obviously, but that just sets you back quite a bit. Worth noting, power is going into dangerous levels. So my next step will be to bank up for a coal plant. The police crime rate is getting out of control. There's crimes happening in the city. But unfortunately, it's not affordable right now. Not at all. So people are starting to move into the central area. I would never, ever, ever think about living in a traffic circle. I think that would just be terrible. Imagine how hard it would be to get out every day. It would be awful. But here we go. People are doing the traffic circle. That's exciting. I can't wait for them to use both lanes. That's the better part. Right now, they're just using the outside lane because there's no traffic. And I might not be set up to do the inside lane properly. There's a new piece of land available. Let's see what they have. Oh, it's just the old ones that were available. So nothing new there at all. So yeah, this is slowly industrying up. We have our garbage dump here. Garbage dump does fill over time. I will probably need another landfill before I can possibly get to that incinerator. And the incinerator is very cool because it generates power by itself. Yeah, that is cool. That's actually probably stolen from the Swedes. The Swedes actually are huge into their incinerating garbage system. Hancock. They I don't know what it is. They just love incinerating garbage. Looks like crime's getting out of control in the city. 34% crime rate. Power's starting to go down. You know why I can tell that? Because everyone has sewage problems right now. Various services are getting cut all over the place. So yeah, my big major concern with the game, as far as the game goes, is that you can't decide on putting street lights on any of these intersections. That's kind of crappy to me. And this intersection here, note, has no stop signs at all. At all. People just kind of like do how Indian traffic works, like, you know, just everyone knows the right of way, which is totally not realistic at all. But anyway, that's my kind of my quibble with these sort of games. I find that they're actually pretty terrible in that regard. So another $6,000, and I will be able to put down this power plant. And then after that, we're going for that station policier, which is French for police. The popo. Currently, we are high in energy consumption, so this is actually a good time to use the power usage thing. So now it's going to lower my energy. Oh my god, thank you for the free money, people. Thank you for free money, which will allow me to put up my power plant a lot earlier than I intended. Okay, so I do need to connect it to the grid as well. So I don't have the incinerator yet. Nope, don't. Okay. So I'm going to put it right here. But like I said, I do need it connected to everything else. So there we go. I have to cut that across there. Now we're all connected up. Not exactly the perfect gridding I wanted, but that's what I got. And I also have enough money now for our police station. Police station, eh? Jeez. I'm gonna have to build a few more roads in between here to make it so that our police station and our fire department, all those guys can be pretty efficient. Because right now they just can't get through the traffic. Alright, so we have what as a new building? Probably our high school? Yeah, it's our high school. So education levels are exceptionally low in my city. But look how much little money we're making right now. This would cost me 160 a week. I'm making 807 a week. So it's not a comfortable level for me right now. Water consumption is exceptionally high as well. That's because of power problems. So that should clear up. Now let's look at the water consumption. Okay, much better, much better. I will be needing more though, because soon I will be, exceptionally high in those regards. So we gotta connect our water and our poop. Gotta have connected poop, and there we are. Perfect. Now our power should be a lot better. Oh yeah, much better. Which means we can also cancel that particular policy. Don't need that anymore. So let's get the traffic circle going to places. One here. One here. That's quite the distance, so I am going to have to follow through and make these real areas. Now, what do I need? I need a little bit of industry and a little bit of commercial, not commercial, residential. So I'll build another little commercial zone here. This is once again just going to be my green belt. Nothing super serious by this. Just a small little zone there. And we'll build a lot more, living spaces. Light residential living spaces. And build power line cross. And I'm also going to need one that crosses here. And I can probably hook it in there. I wiped out one industry, but I created some new ones, so that's fine. I just want to make sure all my grid is now all hooked up together. Hooked up so that everyone gains the exact same value from all the power plants. And my money's starting to go up again. Yay! So I'm not going to go for education. I don't need education just yet. But what I could use is a bus depot and a transit route. This is pretty expensive, $30,000, but it actually allows you to save money. But I don't really have quite the city yet that can really use a route like that. So we're going to have to fixie-poo that eventually. Oh, look, there's a donut truck. Yep, there's a donut van here. For donuts. Generic van shapes. And eventually I do plan to destroy this wind turbine. It generates a nice bit of power, but not enough. Oh, I get to rename my city, that's right. We will call this Trouble in Rockford. You're right. Rockford. Trouble in Rockford. I can also rename other elements of the city. I don't know why I want to do that, but I can. Moving forward, so I can build parkland. That's not too terrible. That will increase value of the area and happiness. You like your people happy. So I have all essential services in play. How's our water doing? Water's looking good, actually. And electricity is also looking good, but the consumption is getting a bit high. So we might have to put that policy back in place eventually to save the day. Might as well look at some of these policies. Recreational use, obviously marijuana. I have no tourism, so who cares? Parks and recreation's rather neat for once you get a decent number of parks. I don't have a lot. The smoking ban, I'm going to put in place regardless. I am anti-smoking completely. Decreases happiness because, of course, smokers are the happiest people on the planet, but it increases health, and healthy people are the most unhappy people on the planet. So that makes total sense. Recycling reduces garbage, but also reduces tax income. That's actually counterintuitive because recycling programs actually make cities money. And we have a pet ban, which just slightly reduces garbage accumulation. And yeah, you've seen that one. So I have some deaths, and that's because I don't quite have a cemetery, which is cheap. Cemeteries are cheap. I'm going to put it in a sprawling urban neighborhood. And people are happy, like, yay! People died and we can put their bodies in this place. It's very cheap. And eventually we'll get a crematorium and start using them for power. Yeah! No, not really. Just you can put them in urns and stuff. It says here that I actually have a demand for commercial zones suddenly. Okay. Okay, I see where this is going. So we will be adding in more commercial zones. Let's have commercial neighborhood. Commercial zones. Commercial zones. They probably want some water. Yeah. Gotta keep everything connected. Makes me feel better about myself. There we go. Okay, there's my new commercial zones. Looks like the demand is actually continuing to staggerly increase, so because they're all used. All of them. Okay. And note, the traffic circle is now being used for residential parking because people just anger me so much. Why would you park here? But yes, they are in fact using the traffic circle pretty effectively. It's keeping traffic flowing. Nobody has to stop and do any staggers. Because the difference is when you go to this place. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh, heavy traffic. The difference is here is when somebody comes this way, like everyone just kind of stops and takes turns. Yeah, here's a better example. Now, are they going to do this or not? Let's see. Actually, apparently the game is a perfect flowing traffic simulator. That was like a near miss that just happened right there. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, it was a near miss that just happened. So yeah, demand for commercial zones is continuing to increase. And I'm purposely going to leave some areas detached just so that traffic can stay in control. So we'll create this other commercial zone right here. And basically by not connecting this to this, I'm not going to have industry rushing through this place instead of this line that I've kind of more or less designated for my industry. I want my industry going down this road. I want them going down this roadway. And I want them going around the loop to here. I don't want them going here, 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 here. I don't want them there. So eventually, obviously, I'm going to have a traffic circle probably around right here, just so that I can kind of get this area better figured out. But did I place something here? There's infrastructure. There's a police station there. I'll have to actually relocate that police station before I can do that. Long-term planning, short-sighted problems. Okay. I don't have any new traffic circles. Nope. But I do have highway. A 3-lane, one-way road suitable for connecting population centers, supports highway traffic. Oh, I assume that's only to be used like out here in Bedding. Maybe, I don't know. How big is this thing? It's about double the length. And it says it's a 3-lane, a 3-lane one-way road. That tells me all I need to know. It's a one-way road. And what's this? This is a highway ramp. So we can build a highway around our city. Well, this isn't actually our city. This is actually just a sector in our city. When I expand over here and here and here and here, that's when the real highway will be needed. So I have a new demand for industrial and green zone. So I'm trying to keep my industrial zones outside the city, and I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to begin using this expensive highway. 96 cents a week per cell. This one is 32 cents. This is going to cost me triple, but it's going to be much, much better for traffic flow, which from these more industrial zones will become an issue. There we go. Back to being broke. Oh wow, you can't zone highways. That makes sense, I guess. I guess that makes sense. I guess I can put my industrial zones just off the highways. Oopsie. Make a little exit ramp here. Oh, I'm an idiot. These are all one-ways. I can't. That's actually not going to work. I can't use one-ways. I need, I can't afford. The thing is, I can't afford. I can eventually do this, and it'll make lots of sense, but I can't actually afford to have a single one-way road because traffic density right now is not enough. I mean, right here it's terrible. I might consider it over here, but in most places it's actually not enough. Why is my power so low? Because I need a new power plant. Okay. So I can't really support more people. I'm going to put power usage back in effect. How's water doing? Water is shut off, so it's not pumping fully. There we go. Now it's pumping fully. We got sewage is not so good. And if I'm really going to expand any more, water is going to become a problem, it seems, as well. So we'll put in another water station. And I'm broke. Oh, I have negative money. That is not good. We're going to need to up our taxes, it seems. Kind of annoyed that there's no like plus thing here because everything is really tiny UI wise. As soon as I click on this, it immediately goes to 9%. 3 hours for firepower shut up saver. The master race. Suspicious. What could they talk about the master race? The master race of PC gamers, perhaps? So people are moving in. I just need to get this connected so we can have precious, precious water. Huzzah! Now our water should be back to golden. Power, on the other hand, will be a problem very, very soon. Oh, it's just teetering towards it. Let's see if I can manage to expand into something else. I think I need 5,000 residents to actually move up, so I'm going to need some sort of power station. The advanced wind turbine, $12,000 for a maximum output of 20 megawatts. That's what this guy's generating. This one is sustainable, 40 megawatts, highest. It's 19,000, 7,000 cryptocurrencies, whatever we're going to call them, more. And so, yeah. This one, the basic one, is only 8 megawatts. So, yeah. Also, these wind turbines apparently can be put in bodies of water. Interesting. Okay, so we're one electricity away from a total electrical failure, and it's already happening as per the sewage problems. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put water through this new neighborhood here. We have the water, we might as well give it to them. These poor people. But yeah, don't have enough water to save that building from burning down. I don't understand this comment. Police officers provide storage spaces with secure doors for rent. Call 911 for more information. Oop. Is that my first abandoned building? I believe it is. People abandon buildings in your cities have problems. So, like right now, I have a huge shortage of electricity, which means I have a huge shortage of water. I can potentially take out a loan if things get bad enough, but happiness is still kind of floating in safe levels. Oh, you know what I can do to fix this? I can slightly increase my electrical output. Yeah, that fixed everything actually. That was easy enough. Okay. So back to expanding, I guess. I think I get around probably 5,000 peoples. Looks like all these people are having garbage collection problems. Is it because my garbage is full, I wonder? 36% full. So they just can't handle that population size anymore. Okay. Well, I do need a ridiculous number of residential zones right now. So that's what I'll be building. Residential zones. And we're going to be going with this same sort of plan where we build in this area here. And this will be one of our many sub-districts of sorts. Oh, I have curvy roads on. Oh, shoot. I didn't intend to make that curvy road. Goodbye, curvy road piece. I do not want you. I want straight roads. It's kind of noticing something is up and the roads didn't quite match up. That road was just crappy curvy, wasn't it? Okay, all that built. Now we have the green selection tool, and away I go. Lots of green urban zones, urban sprawls. Looks like I have a burnt down building here. Get rid of that. So we have a main thoroughfare through the city. Probably eventually expand lanes here. This one here definitely needs its lanes expanded eventually, because it doesn't quite fit the dynamic of the city. People just park on the sides of roads. It's obnoxious. I guess I can build roads where they can't do that, but that would just be mean. Okay. So I need to have more urban areas, more residential areas, and I need to have more dead ends. Yes, dead ends is what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So we're gonna have another residential zone right here to help fulfill that demand. And once again, pretty broke. Seems to be the trouble of Rockford. Rockford. Hard K. Okay, 660 bucks. I might just speed this along until I can get to 660 bucks. There we go. Perfect. Lots of power everywhere. Fortunately, it destroys one potential neighborhood. Now I'll have one going through here as well. Looks like that's as far as I can afford. And I pretty well sated the demand for residential zones. I could probably get up some more of those industries. So my master plan, of course, was to build a road. So I can't really afford a highway just yet. But a 6-lane road I can make work. Well, somewhat make work. 2,500 bones to make this happen. Now, there is kind of a method to the whole madness. I'm going to curve this road around here, this heavy road, make it go through here, into here, into here. It will connect up with this traffic circle so that industry can slide through this residential area into the traffic circle, straight into the main thoroughfares. So there is a bit of urban planning going on. It's not just completely random. It's got a little bit of plan. I'm just trying to keep the industry kind of circling around the city for now. Just because that's going to be the most effective roads. It does mean that there's going to be a circle of smog around the city. I never denied that. Not once did I deny that possibility. There we go. Wrapped right on around. Okay. Jeez, it's going to take a long time to generate those revenues. And garbage is piling up. So this traffic circle location here looks like a perfect place to put another garbage place, because it will link into here where they're having garbage collection problems. It'll also generate here. Why am I having problems? Oh, the power finally caught up with me. Oopsie. And that means my water is in trouble as well. Okay. We have to increase our electricity budget just a little bit. And that should help resolve some of those issues. But not a long-term solution at all. So for next time, my goal will be to continue my loop around, complete that. I can build a bridge across here, but that would be pretty pointless just now. And oh my god, 5,500 people, lots of free monies to go with, and lots of new policies to work with. My plan will be to finish this little district, wrap around a road all the way around this district into here, which is our innie and our outie. I'm going to remove this little block here, finally, and make efficient ways. I want to make this into a very large road, and I might buy a way in. Now, just so I don't forget this for when I get back, because power is an issue right now. We have our oil plant. Incinerator comes at what, 5,000? 7,500. So it's going to be a while for that. So I don't forget this, I'm going to build another power plant just sitting right here. And that way when I come back, I'll know I need to expand my industry even further and wrap around the city. Until then, my name is Troublemaker. Thank you guys for watching.